Alright guys, welcome back to the Digital Society's vlogs for comms 415, and this is vlog number 5. We're going to be talking about anonymity, and off the cuff right here, a lot of my video gaming habits at least have been shaped by, this case of anonymity on the internet, and I do not like to interact with anyone, be it, digitally or in person. In some entertainment situations. So when I'm trying to decompress and unwind, I like to do it on my own, and I don't want to be bothered by anyone, even if they are talking to me on the internet, because people are annoying. So the goal for today is I have to do the eagle point that is up on top of one of those pyramids. So here we go. And while we're at it, we'll talk about anonymity. So one form of human culture custom that is mostly tech-driven, I really think it's the gathering of information and the storage of it. And comes to think of it, so it's the technology when the printing press first hit the scene. When the printing press first hit the scene versus the oral traditions, and how a lot of that those memory systems were lost in that instance. Ooh, sandstorm coming in. Cool. But also, now more so in this, digital age, as a photographer, I'm storing way more photos than I'm viewing or experiencing or that I have ever printed into the physical space. So I'm storing like 10 terabytes of data that aren't being currently used right now. They're just sitting there. Not being, experienced in the human sense. So let's get a lock on this map here. We go. Ooh, we're hallucinating in the desert. How nice. So yeah. And what situations improve with anonymity? I found that the term the visual anonymity really speaks to when I explore new cultures. I like to not be seen. I guess, again, going back to when I'm exploring either in a video game or I'm exploring, like, a new topic. I don't want to be, viewed or looked in on, because I don't want to be perceived as weak. I don't want to be perceived as, needing to learn something new. Even though it's a good thing for you. I shouldn't be ashamed of that. We're learning lots of things today. And then circumstances when anonymity impairs experiences. I would have to say definitely in classrooms, which is kind of an oxymoron, come to think of it, when I was saying that when I'm exploring new topics. But in classrooms where I have to learn, where I have a goal and I have to learn something specific, I need to play off of my classmates. And I actually quit, doing college education during the pandemic, because just the climate of the learning did not work for me. And also when I need to have this gravitas, when I need to persuade someone and I have to be in person, I would much definitely prefer to do that in person. Because I use a lot of the persuasive tactics to my, I like to use those tactics to my advantage. All right, let's see here. Ooh, I should probably get over to that side. Now, so the most dangerous sense to replicate, I would have to argue sight, because it's highly addictive, and it's one of the main key sources of how humans take in information and how we perceive reality. And goes on to a thought. So the book Ceremony, oh God, why am I forgetting her name? I feel like such a putz right now forgetting this author's name. But the book Ceremony, talks about this veteran, I believe World War II, because the whole book was about spoiler alert, but it was about use of nuclear bombs and stuff that came from that came from indigenous lands, and how this indigenous guy is, you know, dealing with it and how he needs a ceremony to heal. But we're not talking about the book Ceremony today. But how, you know, this sense of sight, and we can tell what time in history is happening in this book based on what the author, you know, lets us perceive visually. Like, does the main character have a scar or not? So yeah, and how it, I guess, affects the parasympathetic system as well, because you know, like, I'm interested in learning about how the parasympathetic system regulates stress and all that, and how there's complications in that. So yeah, we've made it to the top. Let's synchronize this baby. Eagle points, love them, but I don't have. Ooh, hold B to slide down the pyramid. Here we go. Whee!
What fool would set up camp out here?
Yes, yes. What fools! All the way down, all the way down. Not as satisfying as a leap of faith, but equally as equally as fun. All right, we made it. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I will see you later.